Game 1.
All right, Mammoth Fortress, let's go.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
Okay, Logec managing to get in there with some unarmed combos. Arbuz, even though he has the weapon advantage, is unable to find any damage onto Logec. Logec absolutely abusing Arbuz with his axe. Now that he's got a weapon, he's still racking up the damage. Logec, looking to take a nice lead here, is finding all of the openings onto Arbuz. Arbuz is unable to compete with Logec's axe right now. Logec, a dominating performance, looking to take this stock in under 30 seconds. However, Arbuz starting to respond with some max moves of his own. He's getting the damage out. Logec's finding himself in the orange and now is unable to find those openings that he needs. He does find the Sair, but he doesn't get the follow-up Sair to secure the kill. Logec, in a dangerous position on the side of the map, does manage to recover with a Nair. That was nicely placed. He should have punished that signature, but since he didn't, Arbuz is going to find his way in with a nice neutral light, and that's going to send Logec into kill percent, which was what was once a convincing lead is now rather even between Logec and Arbuz. Logec does have the stock advantage right now, but he's in kill percent. Not going to take much to kill. Arbuz, weaponless, needs to space around this lance, but he's not doing so. Logec is going to keep punishing with these neutral lights. Arbuz manages to get a neutral light of his own, but the signature, the pizza cutter, it's unable to connect. But that Sair will. That's going to send Logec flying. Logec finding himself on the side of the map. He does recover, but he recovers into Arbuz's recovery. Arbuz taking the game back. It's even 2-2.
And that will do it. Arbuz looking to take a lead once again now after that. He had so much trouble trying to get some damage on there, and Logec actually putting a lot of damage on here as Arbuz is being sent into the orange. Lots of sidelights are coming out. Arbuz puts out a down air as well. Sidelight comes out. Logec trying to do a little bit more, and he just can't really do it. Side air as well. Sair lands from Arbuz as he evens things up. This Ditto is actually going quite well, and oddly enough, the axe is being scored more than anything else. Lance not really coming out too much. No, Logec picks it up, puts up that down stick, and charges it a little bit too long. Arbuz just walks behind him and smacks him in the face with the axe. That will do it and puts Logec deep into kill percent here. Arbuz also in kill percent, however. Lots of SIGs will most likely kill. Definitely after that down air connects.
We're changing the meta here with these Ulgrim Dittos. Arbuz looking to get in there with that axe there, but Logec responds with some nice lance recovery, and that's going to kill. Logec taking the stock lead. He's in kill percent, but he can hold on to this stock for quite a while, as he's shown, and he's looking to rack up the damage.
Neutral light connects. Logec trying to do a little bit more here with his axe. Side light comes out. So does a down light. Arbuz playing around with his lance, finds that down air, tries to kill Logec with recovery. Does not work out, and a side light Nair comes out. Logec putting in a lot of damage on the Arbuz. Here's another slight connects, and that end sig does not. Arbuz lands with the Sair, spacing around that hitbox in the end sig and managing to take the stock. He moves up 1-1, but he is heavily damaged.
Yeah, Arbuz is going to have to play pretty patiently, pretty passively if he wants to hold on to his stock long enough to get the damage out there that he needs. Logec is zoning Arbuz right now. He looked to land that Sair, but it didn't connect, and that's going to leave him in a position to get punished, and he's getting brutally punished by Arbuz's aerial attacks.
Sair comes out. Arbuz with the ground pound down there as well. Logec tosses that lance forward. Ooh, goes for that recovery. Dodges back onto the stage, finds a nice Nair. Arbuz sent flying. Oh, the weapon toss. Arbuz does not get a chance to land, and Logec finding that down air. I don't feel like that was the best option to go for, and throwing the spike ball down now. Arbuz getting hit by another downer. He has the opportunity to take this still. Lands with the neutral light, stops that N-Sig from coming up. Arbuz, ooh, barely misses on that N-Sig, but that would have KO'd, and Arbuz and Logec are very close to taking the stock. Oh no, goes for the recovery, but it's too late. Arbuz looking for the Sair. Logec gets hit with the neutral light, sent flying.
Logec in a really bad position on the side of the map right now. He does manage to recover, and he gets the Sair onto Arbuz. Logec taking the game by a hair.
Wow, very close to that first Ulgrim Ditto, and we're ready to move on into game 2. Damage was very close too. Only literally the Sair was the difference in damage. It was completely even before that Sair came in. That's baffling. Logec managing to take that first game, but that was quite literally neck and neck. Like they were completely even throughout the entire game. So we're going to be seeing what happens in game 2, whether or not Arbuz is actually going to switch it up from the Ulgrim, or whether they're going to keep the Ulgrim throughout the entire best of 5.
I would rather see a legend switch. Just being honest. The meme has gone too far. We're looking to see a Ditto once again. Players are voting for the maps.
Game 2 coming up. I'm not too upset about these Ulgrim Dittos. They're very close, and that's why I'm fine with it. I think
No,
that...
they're close. It's just as far as like seeing something new. Arbuz leaving the lobby. We're starting to see the same stuff. I want to see a little bit of a change in the legend dynamic here, but that's okay. If we have the Ditto, that's all gravy, because it's gravy baby EU live. You know what I'm saying? It's alright. We take these.
I guess it's the same stuff in regards to the legends that they're picking, but I think all the players actually play very different.
Oh, they do for sure. They all have their own style.
Arbuz managing to fix whatever problem he had with his client, however, and he comes back in with Ulgrim. And he's ready to go. I think we're going to Twilight. I think that was the map that was decided on, which is odd, because I feel like Logec would have a little bit more success, but Arbuz really likes this map too, for his creative axe combos, so we're going to be seeing what happens in just a little bit. So you go into game 2.
Game 2, Twilight Grove. Arbuz versus Logec. 4 players rushing to center stage. Logec gets in with a nice side air into neutral light. Gets another neutral light. That's going to bring Arbuz into yellow. Bringing Arbuz deeper into the yellow with that neutral air. Another neutral air. Logec just abusing Arbuz right now with the unarmed combos.
Neutral light comes out. Logec putting out more neutral lights. Arbuz puts out that down air. Another down air comes out. Arbuz. They got another neutral light as he falls off of that platform, trying to get something started on Logec, but Logec is just dominating him here on his counter pick. Logec waiting him out, tries to go in for that ground pound, actually stops the ground pound from landing on the ground to cancel out that landing animation, and finds a neutral light. Logec putting on a lot of damage on Arbuz, tries to read a dodge him with a down tick, and instead just gets a Sair, and that kills.
Yeah, that platform spiked him to the bottom of the map. Logec taking the stock lead here, has the lance in hand. Looking to space him with these nairs.
Nairs are coming out, silence as well. Arbuz playing around with the axe, tries to do a little bit more here. Cider also lands, and a nice side light comes out. Logec finds that neutral light, puts out the nair, and Logec playing around with this lance, puts out another neutral air. Downer comes out. Ooh, nice downer as well from Arbuz, and he hits a neutral air. Trying to find a little bit more here onto Logec as he hits that nair, but it does not connect, and that Cider will do it. Arbuz evens it up 2-2. Doesn't take too much damage himself either.
Arbuz managed to rack up the damage there. He takes the stock back, now even. Once again, Arbuz with the weapon advantage, looking to get in there with these axe light attacks. He does find quite a few. Logec being brought into the yellow, has the lance in hand, but is unable to find an opening here. Arbuz is taking full advantage of this axe right now.
Downer connects, neutral light connects. Ooh, Logec finding that recovery, however, brings him the orange, but Arbuz is doing quite well here with his axe. Manages to get clipped by that down air. Finds the down air himself. Goes for the nair, but Logec dodges out of the way. Side stick does not connect. Logec does not punish, but the Sair hits. Arbuz looking to take the lead here as Logec has to recover high. Ooh, nice dive kick to be able to avoid that damage, and that recovery will stop Arbuz from landing that side stick.
Nice. Arbuz taking the stock lead. He did a victory dance. See how he jumped up and down right there? That was cute.
Nice. Arbuz playing that down air. Saw that down light. A little bit more with the axe. Down air comes out. Second down air. Side air. Arbuz looking to take game 2 here. As he's putting on down air.
He's holding on to this lead quite well. He's brought Logec into the orange before he lost his stock. The stocks are even, but the damage isn't. Arbuz with the lead, looking to secure it with these dares right now. Goes for the disco, gets the ground pound. Arbuz taking game 2.
Game 3 will be coming out in just a moment, so that Twilight Grove counterpick definitely did work out for him, and he bans out Shipwreck and Mammoth, and immediately Logec sets Thunder Guard, expecting him not even to ban out that map, and that's where we're going to be going for Game 3, this best of 5.
Bright lights, Game 3. Logec versus Arbuz.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
Logec opening up with a ground pound, gets the neutral light follow-up. Arbuz finding himself in the yellow. He's got the lance in hand, though, and he's using these side lights into nair.
Logec puts up that side light. Side air's coming out as well. Both players playing with Lancetos now rather than before. Lance audio files being spammed here as a neutral light comes out. Logic finds that down air, tries to put out a neutral light with the lance, tries to poke him with the lance, but does not work out. Side air comes out, sends the lance flying. He actually lands into that, but the recovery does not connect, and he tries to land on the ground, gets a neutral light, does not work out. Nice nairs coming out. Ground pound as well. Side light into nair coming out from Arbuz and the down air. Side light Sair, since Arbuz flying, Logic wanting to take this game too, but Arbuz not giving it to him for free as the recovery connects and puts him into the orange. Dare also clips him, puts him into the shenanigans zone. Side light coming out. Logic putting out as much as he can with his axe as possible. These neutralizers are not connecting. The side stick does. That's very
Arbuz getting the positioning on Logic. Logic unable to get in with a downlight into nair though. Both players have done a ton of damage. They're both in kill percent. Logic does have the axe, but he gives it a toss. Just trades it out for a lance. That neutral sig is going to hit, and Logic is going to take a stock lead. He's in kill percent, but he might be able to hold on to this for a while. Arbuz finds that signature though, and that's going to even up the game. Both players at 2 stocks.
Neutral air connects. Side air comes out as well. Logic playing around with the lance. Ooh. He's hit by that side light, doesn't find anything else. Neutral airs are coming out as well. Logic playing around, tries to find that down air. Side light connects into neutral air. 2 neutral airs. Arbuz landing into these fiery lance moves. Ooh, Logic finding that pivot neutral light. Punishes Arbuz for his landing, but the down sig does not catch. Arbuz trying to do a little bit more here with the axe, finds the side light in air, waits him out, gets that down air, but the ground pound stops him from continuing the combo, and that bomb does not go into Logic's face, too afraid of that down sig as the side air connects. Both players toss their lances away, and the ground pound comes out, unarmed battling, starting right now as the Sair connects, and Logic winning it out. Looks for the KO on the lance, just tosses that weapon aside, predicting the weapon spawn, and Arbuz, picking up that lance himself, finds a down air.
Logic goes for the gravy cancel neutral sig, but doesn't connect. Arbuz weaponless. Now with the axe in hand, but he gets hit by that dare that's going to send him flying. Isn't going to take much to kill Arbuz at this point. Goes for the neutral sig. It gets punished by Logic's dare. Logic looking to end his stock with a neutral signature, but that's not going to hit. The spike ball will, though. Arbuz finding himself on the side of the map in a bad position. Goes for the haymaker. Ends up landing the nair. Both players in kill percent. Arbuz with the axe in hand. Looking to end this stock, and he does with a dare. Arbuz taking a stock lead.
So Logic, despite looking really strong throughout the entirety of this match, is now not winning it out as the ground pound comes out. Ooh, Logic looking for that neutral air. Dive does not connect. Arbuz finding the side light and the down light. Recovery KOs, but that is able to do it as they even it up 1-1. Arbuz is looking to take a 2-1 lead here over Logic, but Logic wants to fight for it.
Absolutely. Both players trading rather evenly at this point. It can go either way. Logic does have the lance in hand. Manages to get the nair, but Arbuz is getting in with neutral airs.
Toss the lance up, toss the lance down. Neither one connects. Logic is hit by that side light, and Arbuz is trying to KO him unarmed here. Picks up the bomb. That's kind of scary. Tosses it downwards. Logic, ooh, down airs him beneath the stage, not into the bomb. Not going for that risky move, and the down sig actually connects. Logic gets hit by that axe toss. Arbuz playing around with his axe, tries to go in for that downer, doesn't work. The downer from Logic comes out, tosses that axe downwards, and tries to go in for the landing neutral air. Does not work out. Arbuz can't find a weapon, just gadgets, and he finally picks up the axe, puts up the nair, dodges the down sig, hits the down air. Either player could kill, and that sider will do it.
Logic managing to take game 3 from Arbuz.
Arbuz going back to the map in which he won on with that great slide charge disco kill.
Going into game 4 on Twilight Grove, Arbuz versus Logic. Arbuz looking to get the weapon spawn. Logec has the lance, Arbuz with the axe. Arbuz looking for some openings, tries to get in there with the dares, but is unable to make him connect. Logec is just spacing him with these lance nares. Manages to get a nice combo there off the platform. Logec getting a bit of damage out there. Bring Arbuz into the yellow, looking to bring him into the orange. Arbuz now entering the orange, still unable to find any damage or any openings here against Logec. Logec is doing a beautiful job at spacing him and covering all of his options.
Banner comes out. Ooh, nice downlight from Logec as well. Arbuz trying to get back onto the stage. Neutral light comes out, but he gets disarmed. Logec looking to take the lead here as he puts out the GC side, so he does not connect. Recovery as well. Ooh, falling Sarah does not hit. Arbuz dodges on the island and looking for another weapon. Picks up the axe. Looks for a Sarah. Does not work out. Downers comes out as well. Neutral airs. Nothing connecting. Logec is holding onto this lead. Arbuz finally finds two nairs. Tries to find a third nair. Downer connects, and that will even things up quite quickly.
Yeah, I mean, both players have traded quite evenly at this point. However, Logec does find a nice side air into weapon toss, goes for the ground pound follow-up, but that's not going to hit. Arbuz manages to recover, has the bomb, goes for the toss off the platform. That almost lands, but Logec just barely missing it.
Arbuz tosses that lance up, goes for that down sig. Logec trying to do something with the axe here to be able to get this KO. Arbuz is looking like he's going to take the lead again. That Cider won't KO just yet. He does not hit him into the explosive, and it's going to go off on its own. Careful, Logec. Cider comes out from Arbuz. It does explode, but the Ensig catches, but that won't do it as it hits him into the stage, not off the map. And Logec still has to find this KO. It's been 2 minutes before a stock has been taken, and Neutral will finally do it.
Nice. Logec taking the stock lead, but not by much.
Neutral light connects. Ooh, goes for that slide charge disco once again, and Logec just falls to his death. He does a recovery hit and doesn't hit the stage. He just dies, so that's pretty bad. He gets a little bit of damage, but it's basically even here as Arbuz has the weapon lead. But Logec finding that nair, picks up the lance. Arbuz disarms himself. He prefers to fight unarmed, apparently, as Logec is just flying around with the lance. Game is even.
Yeah, both players are just kind of floating around the map now. Pretty good. Arbuz is finding the damage lead here, using these weapon throws to his advantage.
Danner comes out, weapon toss goes down, holds on to the axe, tries to find something, but Arbuz finds that Sarah. He's looking like he's going to be taking game 4 here on Twilight Grove. Logec should have thought twice before banning out this map, but no, finds that downlight. He's trying to find a little bit more here, but it's hard to come back in these Ulgrim Dittos when you're behind a damage. There's not really any solid strings that you can get off with the axe or the lance too much, besides like a nice slight into Ensig or something like that. And those are hard to land on good players, and Logec, as I'm saying that, finding the moves necessary to bring it back. Waiting Arbuz out, tries to land with that sidelight. He does. Nair does not connect, but damage is now even. Logec, ooh, gets hit by that falling Sair.
Yeah, both players in kill percent. That signature's gonna hit, but it's not gonna kill. That platform's gonna save Arbuz's life. But Logec manages to find the side air that was needed to secure the stock. Taking the lead, but just barely once again. Both players looking to trade with the lances. Arbuz does manage to land a neutral signature, and that's going to send Logec flying. Side air follow-up's going to do it. Logec unable to recover.
What? He just saved him!
Arbuz saves him. No!
I guess he thought that he was so damaged the recovery would kill at the top, but no, Logec makes it back, and that could be terrible. As a downer already connects, and a nair to Sair. Logec already making great use of this stock, which he was gifted. The nair connects, but Arbuz sent to the yellow because of that.
Yeah, that was a mistake, but at least he didn't get too much damage out before Arbuz was able to end that stock. Stocks are even, and Arbuz is finding the axe openings that he needs. He's just not getting the follow-up.
Arbuz punishes that dive kick, gets a nice down air. Logec not finding anything, but the dive kick finally connects, picks up the axe. Finds the down light. Tries to go for his Sair. Doesn't work out as that D-Light connects, and Arbuz trying to find that neutral air, is doing as much as he can. Sidelight comes out. Arbuz finds that Sair. Ooh, charged down sig. Dodged by Arbuz there. And Logec dodging out of the way of Arbuz's own down sig. Oh no, puts up that side sig. Logec tries to go for a falling dare. Oh, that might be Logec stock.
That's gonna do it. Arbuz taking game 4 with a dare.
And that means we're going on to game 5. But the thing is, I feel like Arbuz really only has the advantage on Twilight Grove. And Logec having the counter pick advantage is definitely going to have a greater chance of being able to take this best of 5 than Arbuz, in my opinion. Just based off what we've seen between these two players in the Ulgrim Ditto.
Nice.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
Game 5, Arbuz vs. Logec. Logec with the axe, but Arbuz making it a nice entrance with a neutral light. Gonna bring Arbuz into the yellow. Logec looking to catch some dares, looking to catch some nares. Both players trading rather evenly with the axes right now. Bright lights, you know. Logec landing some nice neutral airs. That's gonna bring Arbuz into kill percent. Arbuz is hanging out in the shenanigan zone right now, putting himself in quite a dangerous position, and Logec is going to capitalize, but both players have just fell off the map. Hello? Oh, well, apparently the game DC'd.
Alright, and Logec did win. We got that confirmed.